everybody. I'm Tim Grunhard, ex-NFL offensive lineman, and welcome to Dodge Flying Adventures. I know what you're saying. Another jock doing another fishing show. Well, this is going to be a little different, guys. You see one of these babies? It's going to take us to places where only you can go on float planes. Float planes are the ultimate experience in reality fishing. You know, everybody wants to catch that trophy walleye. Everybody wants to catch that elusive muskie or that big northern pike. How about that smallmouth bass? We're going to bring you to places and show you outfitters that can get you these things, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg. Today we're going to be flying out with Rusty Myers and Mike Pawlikowski. Mike, welcome to the show. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, Tim. How you doing
today?
Hey,
thanks a lot for having us out here at Fort Francis. Rusty Myers, you guys have been doing this for a long time, haven't you?
Absolutely. We've been operating in this area since 1941, and today we're going to be flying to one of our outpost cabins about an hour flight north of here. We own a dozen in the area, and you'll be pleasantly surprised of our setup.
Well, you know what? I'm hoping it's not like a Hilton motel. I'm hoping that we're roughing a little bit because that's kind of the adventure we want. That's the kind of adventure we want our viewers to see so they can experience the Great White North.
Absolutely. We'll be roughing it, but you'll be pleasantly surprised, like I say.
All right. Well, you guys go to about 12 or 13 different lakes and rivers all around this area. You guys picked Granite Lake for us today. Why are we going to go to Granite Lake? And explain a little bit about the lake.
Well, it's a walleye in Northern Lake. It's a small lake, so we should have easy fishing, and it's basically the only cabin open right now.
Well, there you go. That's what they say. 90% of all the outfitters are filled up here in Canada. We're going to show you how to get a good outfitter and how to find out about Rusty Myers. Hey, let's go fishing, man. Enough of this talk.
That's it.
Let's go on this adventure.
Let's go,
do
it.
The adventure of any float plane begins with a flight out. When you see civilization disappear and the wilderness begin. Anticipation builds and your heart races as you look down and see for the first time your new home in the heart of the Canadian outback. For me, this is what living's all about: camaraderie, adventure, and the experience of a lifetime. Here we go.
Got our name on it. We threw them back. Yeah,
Another gorgeous day in big old Canada.
Hey, Mike, what are we looking for now? It's kind of a post-spawn pattern, isn't it?
Yep, we're at the end of May here, and water temperature's coming up normal. The fish should all be done spawning by now. They'll be stacking up on the mouths of river beds. And they'll be looking for a nice meal, and that's where we're coming in.
You're looking for a little current, a little bit of water movement.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be looking for a flow. Yeah, anywhere you get a flow, they'll be active. Those are the guys going to be looking for a meal.
Well, Mike, we're jigging right along the bottom here. That's a hard rock bottom. Is it a little pea gravel down there? Is it chunk rock? What are you looking for? What kind of bottom contour is the best right now for the walleye fishing?
I'm gonna suspect down here we're gonna look at a rocky bottom. I wouldn't say too much on the gravel. I'm gonna say lots of rocks. So you know the chances are getting snagged up are pretty good. But here down, they're stacked up down there, and we're in a flow, nice flow behind us. The feed comes down with the flow, and as we present, they open their mouths and bite our hooks.
There you go. You know, you obviously want to work this thing off the bottom and bounce it off, let it come off about 6 to 12 inches up, and then it'll kind of settle down again, and hopefully entice that walleye into biting.
That's what we're going to do. And in here, too, the big northerns are swimming around, too. They're hungry, and when they want to come up, they'll eat, too. So in here, it's just a jackpot, 50-50, what you're going to get. But 90% walleyes in here.
Oh, that's a good fish. That's a good missing.
Something on here.
Nice little wall. You need that net?
No.
No, not for a big macho guy like you, right?
There we go. That's shore lunch right there. Upper lip, buddy. Lunch. Upper lip. There we go. That's our eaters.
Keep him. Look at the color on that sucker. They're a little darker. They must be they're coming off that spawn.
Well, the cold water after the spawn, water's still a little cold. We're going to keep this guy. We want to eat him.
What color jig would you recommend people use when they go up into this area of Ontario to start out for the walleye?
Well, I'd say any color really, but the hot ones are the green, the whites, and the blacks. But up here, it just doesn't seem to matter. When they're hitting, they're hitting. They'll hit on anything. Double hit, double whammy.
There we go. Now we're starting. Nice little fish.
There we go. This is the average fish right there. That's your eater right there.
That's
boys.
an eater there.
That's the one.
You go grow up a little bit, big boy.
Your guy, you know, he do.
My man,
but,
he needs to go see a dentist.
yeah, we'll let him go.
Dodge Fly-In Adventures will be right back. And by Rusty Myers Flying Services. Flying the Ontario wilderness is our business.
On our next stop, we moved upstream to one of the most scenic places on the lake. 210 air miles from base camp. You look around and realize only a handful of people in the history of mankind have been where I'm at. Here comes the rain, gentlemen. The adventure of flying to a remote outpost lake never leaves you from the time you take off until the time you head home. It's a good looking walleye right there. Good job. There you go. Up the lip. That's a good eater. Mike and I had the unique responsibility to catch enough walleye to feed a whole crew at lunchtime. Mike picked this spot below the falls because the walleye fishing is fast and fierce. Not a little guy, but there's got to be a couple big ones sitting around somewhere, right? You go grow up now. Come back next year and it's flying. I get you. Yeah, you white-eyed devil. While the bigger walleyes seem to find Mike's line more often, I went on an extremely slow stretch of landing only small walleye.
That's the short lunch, boys.
That's a short lunch. The small walleye I was catching would normally bother me, but not in Canada. I can really land them little ones, can't I? The fishing action is so fast, I'm constantly entertained, and I know there's just a matter of time before it's my turn to catch the bigger walleye.
What do you got there? Oh, yeah.
All we have is beer. Our shore lunch crew fishing alongside Mike and I made sure nobody would go hungry at lunchtime. He's got another one. All morning I couldn't keep my mind from drifting to the lakeside shore lunch with a nice campfire and a lot of walleye. As an ex-NFL lineman, I'm not sure anybody looks forward to lunch as much as I do. Gentlemen, the lobster of Canada, walleye. Let's go to shore lunch. All right, we'll be right back. Executive chef from Rusty Myers is here to help us out. Mike, how are you, buddy?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Hey, explain what you did. First, you took every bone out of these fish, and anybody who eats fish, the worst thing you can have happen is bite a bone or get a bone stuck in your throat or something. You take all the bones out, don't you?
Oh, yes. Even put the pants on them. Put the pants on and get rid of all the bones.
There you go. Now, you made up a mixture which included beer. I guess everything in Canada includes beer.
Oh, everything.
Well, let's add some little bit more in there, okay?
Oh, well, yeah. You just don't want to make it too thin, though.
So you don't want to make it too thin?
Well,
you and I don't have to worry about that. All right, well, the thing with, obviously, you have some beans, you have some corn. Shore lunch is obviously, you have to catch the fish to have the shore lunch. So what are you doing now? You putting it in a batter, and what's your secret batter? Can you tell us?
Well, actually, all this is just egg and beer, and today we're just using just normal shore lunch, quick and easy.
Throw a couple eggs in there for the batter? Yeah,
a couple eggs and some beer. Your spices. Garlic is a really good thing. Garlic is always good.
Well, you know what?
Pepper.
You got to have garlic out in the wild,
yes.
right? Okay, now you got some grease boiling here, and you just throw it on there. And,
she's.
I guess the cholesterol problem here is not. You don't worry about that on a shore lunch.
We'll worry about that next week.
Okay, well, we're laying them in here now, and how long will this take to cook?
Oh, they should only take about